So this is part two of the birthday fiasco story. After that milestone birthday fiasco, I made sure that every year on my birthday that I had at least one plan on the day of that was not contingent on someone else. I don't know how to say it in a nice way, screwing me over at the last minute. And just about every birthday, either the weekend before or after, I saw family, whether it was my parents, and then when my mother and my father had passed away, or my sister and niece, or all of them, all of the above, my kids. So, yeah, I made sure that, I had plans. It was generally the weekend before and the weekend after, maybe other people that I knew, but the actual day of. And I started to actually enjoy it. I felt like a lot more freedom, like I wasn't hinging on someone else and their kind of nutty behavior. So, um, fast forward 10 years to the next milestone birthday. 10 years to the date because it is my birthday. And milestone meaning you're entering a new decade. So anyway, it turned out that the day of my birthday, 10 years after, one of the various organizations that I belonged to at the time was having a dinner at a Korean restaurant in Fishkill, New York. And I contacted the organizer because I had a special birthday hat, and I asked her if it would be okay with her if I wore the birthday hat, and would it be appropriate? I didn't think so. It wasn't. It was a very nice restaurant in a very nice neighborhood, but it wasn't like so hoity-toity that you couldn't wear a birthday hat. So she kind of laughed and said, "Oh yeah, go ahead. Enjoy your birthday, whatever." And there was a long table, and about 30 people showed up that night, a long rectangular table. And they were very accommodating. They actually gave me a free dessert. People sang to me. I had an awesome time. It was fantastic because most of these people were acquaintances. Some of them I met for the first time. Some of them I had already met several times. There was actually a couple sitting across from me that I had met several times, and down the road we ended up becoming friends. And to the left of me was a very pleasant woman, about my age or a little bit younger, and she seemed really familiar. And, like we hit it off. She was talking to me a lot. She was very pleasant. And I had said to her very casually, I said, "Oh, I'm so glad that they had this tonight." And it fell on my milestone birthday because the last time I had a milestone birthday, I had, like a slightly unpleasant experience. And then she said, "It's funny that you say that because I had that experience too." So I asked her to tell me about it, and she told me about it. And she said, "Well, at the time it was devastating to her, but now, like looking back, it was just like one of those things." And she wanted to know my story, so I told her my story. And it was like we bonded. It was almost like, I guess, a trauma bond, but that we felt our milestone birthday had been kind of messed up. And basically, she was in a long-term relationship, and he took her out to dinner, and then he didn't want to pay. He made a joke to the waitress in front of, and she just felt totally like humiliated. And he was saying to the waitress, "Well, should I pay for her?" And she told me that like he was acting like a jerk on her birthday. And then after that, they broke up. So I told her my story, and the evening was fantastic. I mean, I was so thrilled. It was like a birthday party without having a birthday party. Like it was having like a great time and fun without any of the stress, expectations, disappointments, anything like that. Plus, I had a doggy bag to take home for my son. And I had the free dessert. I had a wonderful time. I wore the special hat, and I actually have lots of pictures from that night. I'm probably going to put them in my community tab, you know. So, okay. Well, this is the weird, freaky coincidence. So the woman to the left of me, I probably should have gotten contact information and, just said, oh, like, let's stay in touch or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not very good with that. And it was like a lot of noise and people and stuff. So but anyway, you know, when I got home, I called a friend that lived far away that relocated south because she wanted to know how it went. And I told her how, what a wonderful time, just like I'm telling you, blah, blah, blah. And so then as I'm talking to her and retelling the story of what happened, I'm starting to think, wow, that woman that was sitting to the left of me, I think I saw her on Facebook, right? And then I think that she knows Sophia Petrillo, who was the story of the 10 years before. And I never used a name or location or a description, just like a friend. So I go to Sophia Petrillo's Facebook page, and I saw another one of her friends that I had met several times, and I looked at the friend's post, and lo and behold, the woman to the left of me, who also had an unusual name, a unique name, was commenting in there. It turns out the woman to the left of me is a very good friend of Sophia's. So they might even know each other. That was the connection. And I thought to myself, how ironic. Wouldn't it be funny if she was acquainted with Sophia and one day they were out and they talked about birthdays and she said, I met this woman at a dinner and she told me how someone ruined her milestone birthday and then repeated my story, and if Sophia would even recognize herself and what she had done. I mean, she wouldn't admit to it, but it would just kind of be like a little bit of a karma of the odds of, exactly 10 years later on the milestone birthday, a woman that is connected to Sophia, who should have been a random stranger, is there and tells me her bad birthday story. I don't know. To me, it was just too coincidental. And it was actually kind of like emotionally healing. And I don't know. But I have more stories. I'll probably put up another one. But it's like that was my wake-up call on the first milestone birthday with how people treat you, especially on your birthday, and that you should always have your own plans and make your own happiness and not have your happiness contingent on everyone around you. Like have your own inner, like being centered and joyful and happy and whatever, and being pragmatic about things too. So anyway, I hope this story does help someone, and I have to be honest, it feels good to trash that bitch. Everybody have a great day. Love you. Bye.